Hi, I'm back. Okay, so I didn't really wait too long because I just thought that I would talk more about how people use this dark energy instead of trying to explain it because you kind of get the gist of what dark energy is, the space around whatever we see and the darkness and the unseen and all that. So a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, how do you use dark energy? How do you use dark energy?" It's not evil. It's just the unseen thing that people aren't saying. It is the shadow. It is, you know, the shadow puppet on the wall. um, you know, it's just using the unseen forces when everybody is using what is seen. It's kind of like, okay, I got you. It's going above what everyone else is doing and doing it yourself. So, um, yeah, so what I was going to say is how to use it. Okay. How I use it. I'm going to show you how I use it because there's no better way than to tell you how I use it. Okay, so when I'm thinking, okay, so I could have anything I want. I could be rich. I could have a millionaire lifestyle, billionaire lifestyle if I just go into the dark matter and the dark energy and, will it to be. But then I think, because you have to think, you always have to think, is this the life I truly want? Do I want that? You have to think into the future. Like when I was talking on the other videos, Sherlock Holmes, you have to ask yourself a million questions before you make a decision to actually create what you want. So this is what you have to do. You have to ask yourself 1,000 questions. Literally. You have to ask yourself a question many, many times until you get to a point where you say, you know what, maybe I don't want this, okay? A lot of people don't know what they want. And they see something and they instantly say, you know what, I would like to live like that. But they don't realize or see the hidden behind it, okay? They just see what they see for a second at a glance. They see the illusion of it. So, for instance, if I wanted to be like this super rich person with maids and people at my beck and call, and I say, okay, I'm going to create that with using this dark energy. I'm going to go and black out, and I'm going to become the universe, the dark energy, the dark matter of the universe, and I'm going to create this vibration and send it to myself on Earth. Okay, let's just say that. And I get what I asked for. All of a sudden, I'm just this rich or famous woman, or not even famous, but just rich billionaire. Maybe I created something or wrote a book, and I don't know, just went crazy. I don't know. Whatever, however I get it, because I haven't even thought that far yet. However I get it, all this money comes wheeling in. All these people that I don't know are suddenly my family members. My kids suddenly have everything they want and, have no, uh, they have nothing to actually look forward to. They don't really need an education anymore because their money will never run out. So they stop learning. I'm rich and nobody can tell me nothing. So my mouth becomes, foul because you're beneath me now. You have to think of how you will act when you have this, how you will start to think, how it will change the way you do things. Are you going to be able to just go down to the mall and walk around? Are you going to be able to, do these things that you want? Is your mom going to look at you the same? Is your parents going to look at you the same? Is your sister going to treat you the same? You have this good relationship. Is jealousy going to step in and make them hate you if you don't give them a giant mansion? All these things have to become, questions. And when you say, you know what, dang, I got enough already. I got exactly what, a nice house. I got a nice car. I got a pool. My kids are happy, making straight A's. My husband is, good. He has a good, decent job that brings in income steadily. He's doing his thing. He treats me well. If I became suddenly rich with all of that money, everything would change. Everything. Uh, everything. So I say, do I really like how I'm living now versus how I like living as a millionaire or billionaire? People change with money, okay? or one of their characteristics, be it negative or positive, is increased and magnified. So, you're already working with someone with an ego and you give them money, it's going to go crazy. If you're already working with someone who's lazy and they get a bunch of money, they're just not going to care about nothing, and they're just going to be like sloppy and like, you know what? Brush my teeth for me, like on Coming to America. Okay, so when you work with dark energy and you want to create something that you want, you got to ask yourself 1,000 questions first and then say, do I really want this? If the answer is yes, then manifest it. Not become the darkness of the universe and send out the vibration to yourself on the planet and receive it. Okay. The stuff that I do, the stuff that I manifest, has nothing to do with being a billionaire or millionaire, because I have friends, I have family members, I have seen people who had a lot of money and it did not make them happy. I've seen people spend thousands of dollars in one shopping spree. They're still not happy. So that doesn't bring you happiness. And then I've seen people who have just enough, the perfect life to be abundant, to enjoy it, to have luxuries, to still have a reason to wake up in the morning. And they are very balanced and they enjoy that life a lot more. They're more fulfilled. They have more of a spiritual essence. They're not scared. They're not doing things out of fear. They're able to breathe. They're able to sit back and contemplate, enjoy, and be at peace with what's around them, because they are balanced and they understand and they know that too much of something and too little of something is uncomfortable. Okay, it's uncomfortable. You can't trust people around you if you got too much. You got too little, no one wants to be around you. No one, you have too little, nobody listens to you. You're nothing. Your opinion doesn't matter. You're broke. You're poor. You're just not worth my time, because you can't even get, you can't even take care of yourself. And then you have someone, like I said, who's super rich, and then you start looking to them like, why don't you give to the poor? And you start judging them, or you start wanting stuff from them, envying them. So you're in a constant state of, not being at peace. So when you have just enough and you're happy and you're abundant, you have a constant flow, you take the good with the bad, then that's where your space is. That's where you are free to create more experiences using dark energy. I want to go on a vacation to take my kids to Disney World. That is not something that's going to backfire on me, and that's something I'm going to regret, because it's not excess and it's not exceeding. It's not too much of this, so it's going to benefit my life. It's going to give me happiness. It's going to give my kids joy. And so that is something that I would actually manifest with my dark energy. Now, a lot of guys, especially men, they want huge abundance so they can be the man. And the thing is, you cannot do it all at once. You have to go step by step by step by step. That's why you see a lot of famous people like Jay-Z taking small steps, doing small things, trying things out, seeing how that works out. Fashion, music, fashion, record labels, title, whatever, investing in this, doing that, artists. They don't get it all at once because they couldn't handle it all at once, So they build and they learn to handle this situation. They manifest within this situation ways to handle the stuff. Then they go on to bigger. They handle this situation, all the new problems that come with it. They manifest to solve these problems and fix these problems. Now they're ready to graduate to the next level. And they use this dark energy to fix these problems that come along with success, because they do. There's the law of rhythm. And sometimes they're creating their own problems in order to control the law of rhythm. You know, it's in their hands. So, when you tap into this dark energy and this dark matter, you cannot go all the way, I want $1 million, because you're not ready for that. And just like the law of rhythm, it's going to swing back. That's why you see those lottery winners. Oh, I manifested, I want $1 million. And then 2 years later, they're broke. Because of the law of rhythm, they weren't in control. They weren't ready to face those problems with using their manifestation. So what I'm saying is you have to slow down, think, ask questions, then manifest with dark energy, because it comes way faster with dark energy than waiting on the universe to find a place to swing the pendulum back to your direction, or waiting for the universe to send your vibration back. Instead, become the universe, send it to yourself at warp speed, and receive it when you are mentally prepared and ready. Okay? So that is the difference between The Secret and this dark energy and becoming the universe and sending your own manifestations to yourself. Okay? Because if you have read the book or watched the movie The Secret, when someone asks for something or wants something, they have like this like image of this genie in the sky. Well, instead of being a genie, it's you, okay? And it's your higher self. And you're saying, you know what? You need to ask yourself some more questions right now, because you're not ready for that, okay? Do you really need this right now? I mean, you work at McDonald's. What do you need with a Ferrari? Okay. How are you going to pay for this? Okay? If it gets in an accident, how are you going to afford the insurance on it, first of all? You work at McDonald's. Second of all, you're going to go to the club in a Ferrari. You're going to pick up a girl, and she's going to say, so what do you do? And you're going to say, what? You work at McDonald's? Okay? Get your stuff in the right order. Ask the right questions. Think about stuff. Fill it out in your mind first. All is mental. And then you go into the blackness, into the darkness, and then you grant your manifestation and send it to yourself at the correct speed, however fast or slow that it needs to come. You'll know. And work with it like that. Do not become the effect, become the cause, become the creator of your swing. Okay? Okay, so I'm just going to leave this video at that. I have a longer video where I went to all this detail, and I'll put that out second. I'm actually going to say it's first, but it's actually going to be second because I rambled a lot. This one got straight to the point, how to use it, blah, 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 blah. The other one explains it more in layman terms. I did not use esoteric, metaphysical terms, scientific terms that much, because I know a lot of people are just starting off and learning this kind of stuff, and I don't want to make it any harder than it already is not, because it's not. It's very simple. When you have to explain something, if you can explain it to a kindergartner, you truly know it, okay? So once you really know something, you can apply it. But once you know something, you can apply it. That's why I'm not trying to explain it to you in all these crazy terms, because I want you to be able to apply it sooner than later, okay? All right, like I said, if y'all want some one-on-one lessons or examples or ways to use this dark energy with your current life, I do offer spiritual advising. So if you want to ask me about that in the comments, or if you know me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram, that's fine. Contact me any way you can, and I'll get back to you. I'll only see my contacts on my website, which I'll link below, Facebook, and here. Okay, so don't send it anywhere else. I won't find it. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see y'all later. I hope this helps someone, and